All right, hello there. Welcome to another live stream. My name is Shane Olson, and today we're going to be sculpting this other concept by Mahmoud. I don't know how you say his name. And I just wanted to show you guys that this is kind of where I left off with the last one. I pushed her a little bit further on my own channel. That's 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And yeah, but today we're going to start a new one. And that's where we are at. So welcome. Hey, what's up, Neil? How are you? Okay. Just got to get this going. And hey, welcome. Okay, so with this guy, we'll just start rocking. What's up, Neil? Other Neil? Okay, so I think I'm gonna block out his body first, kind of like we did with the last character. I love how straight his back is and how round his front is. So sorry, one second. I was going to show you. Yeah, so here is from his, this is from his YouTube. This is the guy. And he kind of turned him into an opera singer, kind of, but see how straight this is with the round in the front? And this is kind of what I'm looking at for the blockout. I'm going to use something like this. I'll sculpt him sort of in pose. What's up, Matt? How is everybody doing on this fine day? Okay, this is from, I need to go from the side. Kind of high in the back, rounding out in the front. Finally, a break from the news cycle. Yeah, tell me about it. Ugh. Gosh, I kind of purposefully ignore that crap. It just does nothing but bring me down, you know? Because there's honestly nothing I can do about it, so it just clogs my brain. All right. And sculpting is therapy, you know. At least I treat it as such. I think he needs to be much wider. I was using this pretzel music. That's what I'm listening to right now. I used it on my own channel and I got a copyright. Well, it wasn't a copyright strike, but it was a hey, you can't monetize this strike, which I wasn't monetizing it anyway, but still. I was like, fine. You and your stingy music. I was also thinking about, I've been trying to get more used to using the iPad version of ZBrush. I'd like to record from, like, maybe do some long videos and record it from wherever, so I don't have to be chained to my desk, kind of a thing. I'm gonna clip the bottoms of these legs off a little bit here. And then we're gonna go really narrow with them. But see how we're already getting kind of stretch polygons. So I'm gonna go ahead and Z-mesh this. Keep groups. Turn smoothing down. And let's go to like 1000, try that and see what it looks like. Not bad. But how are you all doing? What are you working on this week? Anything fun? I've been noodling around with this game too called Everwind. It's like a blocky, like Minecraft blocky type game, but you have an airship and you cruise around from island to island. The premise of it is really interesting to me. But the characters, oh my gosh. I might be a little biased, but okay, hold on a second. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here because I don't want to give him long legs. They're long here, but not very long. I need to get my Josh Black blockout completed. Only had a Matt and Lisa do one so far. Yeah. If you guys want to know what Neil's talking about, I have a new community that I'm using, and we have a challenge going on over there right now. Let me see here. I should have had it pulled up already. Takes me a minute, sorry. I also have these brushes for free over on my website, 3D Character Workshop. This is the community. There's a bunch of student work. I need to update this, Neil. Maybe we need to get together and try and update this. Yeah, you can see it's pretty active, these dots. But if you go to challenges, there's this this challenge right here, like to block out. Hey, Matt, it's one of yours. But to block out these characters right here, just to practice blockouts. That's art made by my good friend Josh Black. Okay. Really want to get this straight back happening. That's like the goal of this challenge for me, is to see how flat I can get the back of him. Give him an old man flat butt. Yeah, something like that. I want to shorten these legs though. Like a lot. Like this maybe. Like, yeah, so because his belt is clear up here, which is hilarious, but the crotch line is down here. So I need to kind of pay attention to where that's at. I decided to make another attempt at a character I did last year and see how much better I can make it. Nice. Oh, I love those challenges. They're so fun. I've thought about doing that with one of my characters recently. I used to work at Acclaim, and there was a character that I did to learn Maya. It was this red-haired, kind of like a scientist's assistant. Really, really good design, but I've thought about going back and trying that one again. I think I still have the design of it. Okay, let's put some little tiny feet in there. He's leaning so far forward, it's funny. I didn't bend this enough. Let's try it again. Maybe here. It's a little too... It's not really snapping very well. okay. What do you guys think about that new NVIDIA whatever? DD5S? I don't know what they're calling it. Like they're trying to AI filter video games. I don't know what I think about that. I mean, I do. There's this. It kind of like, it feels like they're polar expressing everything, you know? Like pushing it into the uncanny valley. Like realism doesn't necessarily mean better. Came across the photo of you and hey Walling, and Pablo from the last summit. Nice. How you been, man? Samniak, you're so talented. Thank you very much. Only adding to my AI fatigue. Yeah, tell me about it, right? I'm just like kind of tired of seeing it already. It reminds me of the lens flare. You know, it's like when did the lens flare come out? Like, let's add it to everything. Makes everything better when it doesn't. AI is the new lens flare. Been great. Psyched to catch your live. Thanks, man. Glad you found me. I just started not too long ago, like 13 minutes ago. Hello from Egypt. You're amazing, man. Thank you very much. What time is it in Egypt? I'm curious. One of my students, George Zaki, is from Egypt. FYI, I will start my characters with your scale ruler. Awesome. I might start getting into 3D modeling once I'm done with computer science. This is such a wonderful area of expertise. Nice. Hello from Pakistan. Hello. Learned a lot from you, sir. Thank you very much. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I love that people from all over the world can come hang out. That's so cool. So cool. The blockout process, like what I'm doing right now? Yep. Thanks, I appreciate it. This is my favorite part. That's why I keep doing it. Hey, Steven, how are you? It's been a minute since I caught one of your streams. Hello. It's good to see you. A lot of the old faces. And Steven, I have a new new old. So the old course platform, it's called Kajabi. They have an updated and new community, and I've been using that recently, and it's really nice. You should come check it out. Love to see some of your newer stuff. Hey, it's the way you bring forth the knowledge. You've made it so interesting. Ah, thank you. It's my pleasure. I love teaching. It's really fun. Yeah, when I first started teaching, I didn't like really think about the impact teaching could have, you know? And yeah, just seeing people get jobs at places that I just never would have thought of that, you know? Okay, let's get the arms in there. This is that harmonica one. Did I like this one? I did. It's like, hooray. I like how his upper arms are very small and then they go into these big forearms. Ever since I purchased your course so many moons ago, I had a ZBrush light bulb come on. I've been singing your praises to anyone remotely interested in ZBrush. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. All right. Okay, let's see. Just gonna kind of hover these where I think the lower arm should be, and then kind of adjust. I want to try to see if I can play this song afterwards. I used to play harmonica a lot. Keep going, man. You're changing a lot of people's lives. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you haven't joined us in the course yet, go check out a 3D Character Workshop to see what it's all about. I feel like it's a club at this point. Instead of just a course, it's kind of a, you know, join the club, the community, whatever you want to call it. The cool kids club, right? What's the best way to those eye sockets? As this character also has it. These eye sockets, I'll get there. You'll see if I can make it there today in this live. But I kind of approach it the same every time. I need to remind you next time to update your link. Did I not do it again, Neil? Okay. Gosh dang it. Neil's like my Kronk on my shoulder. Like, you know, the Kronk. Charlie said it's a cult. Oh, I can't disagree. Oh, funny. Okay, this is not... Oh, this is the community. Yeah, Steven, this is what it looks like. This is what the community looks like. I wonder if I have any of your art in the... So I have this featured page now. I don't know if I have any of yours up here. Yeah, I need to update this a lot. And then I'm able to add the library right in the community, so you don't have to go back over to the library. You can just reach it from here. And this is all of the courses right here. So like the workshop, and I also do a mentorship if you're interested in that. This is the original course, this cake course. Yeah, but I don't want, this is the most recent one. This is this shows you how to do characters for 3D printing. So anyway, yeah, I won't bore you with that too much, but Shane Cult is the best cult. Join us. You have to wear your hood. It's actually a hat. It looks like this. Oh gosh. You guys. Anyway, Neil, please remind me. I was going to share the Google Doc with you that I use, so. My work is super sporadic. Okay. Let's do just a sphere. Nice Moses and Alan. Haven't seen those. Oh yeah, yeah. That Alan was fun. I did that for oh, what is Mike's live stream called? Oh, I was a guest on their live stream and I did that Alan. I actually know the artist that does Invincible. He lives here in Utah. Ryan. He goes to our we have a little local Comic-Con called FanX. He's there all the time, and he shared a studio with another friend of mine for a while. But that's that Alan. It's one of my favorite characters in that show. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna make. I might pull the shoulders out of this body. I'm not sure. That Moses is also from. It was from a freelance gig that I did. I did a couple other characters in that same series, like 4 of them. I did Joan of Arc, Harriet Tubman, Moses, and then a character from a local religion from Utah here, Moroni. But if you guys want to see, I gotta show this off. This is fun. So if I go to this camera, hi guys. This Lion-O, I printed him out on a bamboo A1. This is filament, and I still need to finish his eyes, but you can kind of see. Yeah, this is just filament, like white filament. I tried some paint testing here. But like you can see how clean it does a really good job. This is painted with markers, acrylic markers. And then I did a resin version. I did a resin version in a I still need to do the face on him too, but in a different pose. This is a different pose. I still need to do his sword and stuff, but this is colored with acrylic markers. Can you believe it? Crazy, right? Okay. Stylist League, thanks Neil. Yeah, it's called Stylist League with Michael. How are you getting on with the new course you were telling us about? I had to put that on the back burner, Neil, because I had to get my old courses back up for sale. So I did that first, and now I'm coming back to working on the new course. It's going to be a whole new thing. All right. The bust inside the first and the clothes on top. Or you'll focus the outer parts and skip the inner? Oh, you're talking about just the blockout? Yeah. Yeah, I'm ignoring all of the extra detail bits. I'm just doing the body blockout for the most part right now. He looks like the guy from Big Hero 6. He's got kind of a cone head. I'll lean him way forward. Kind of watch that flow. For this body, I want to give him, I kind of want to see what happens if I pull some shoulders out of the body here. Just a little bit. Rather than adding new shapes. Okay, let me see what this looks like. I want to kind of put a peak, a shoulder peak right here, but again, it's getting a little too cumbersome. So I'm going to apply the subdivision levels and then delete them. And then I'm going to remesh this. This is too high, so we're going to go ZBrush at 5, keep groups. Let's see what we get. The gizmo update in the newer version is quite handy. You like that? Nice. Yeah, I give away, if you're wondering what they're talking about, this gizmo right here. This is my newest kind of addition to my user interface and brushes and custom menu. You can get all of this, including my ruler. This ruler right here. You can get all this for free over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Check it out. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I made a new adjustment of taking these lines all the way to the center so I could see exactly where the middle of the gizmo was. It was bothering me that I couldn't see where those were touching. So I was able to bring that on in. Kind of reminds me of the old Kingpin design from Marvel. Yeah, kind of. Or a Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut. Yeah, see, it kind of goes off the neck down and then to the arms like this. Boop, boop, boop. Then out to the hands. This guy, I'm gonna kind of model him in this pose with the hands facing up and out. Usually I do it with the palms down, but on this one he's already there, so I need to try the gizmo. I installed it, but keep forgetting when I open up ZBrush. Well, you can just hit next. If you put it in the right location, you can hit next to find it, and then just do store config, and it will use that same gizmo every time you open up ZBrush. Okay, let's see here. I like having the scale on the outside ring instead of that inner yellow box. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I stole the idea from another software, so it's not my idea. I just use both softwares all the time, so it was breaking my brain going back and forth, so I decided to kind of make the ZBrush gizmo similar to that one, since I can't adjust the other one, and it's good, so. Okay. What are your favorite matte caps? Because of their lighting shadows. Jose, I hardly ever use matte caps, to be honest. I typically will use the Skin Shade 4 most of the time, and then just like I'm using now, but I'm looking at the poly groups in colors, so it doesn't really matter to me when I'm doing the blockout what the material looks like. And then after a while, what I'll typically do is fill the objects with color, so it's not white like this, because white is really hard to kind of see some of the surfaces. So, but sometimes if I'm really battling and I need to see the surface really well, I will use, let's see, I'll use the base red wax sometimes because it shows off the valleys really well, even though it's not very attractive. And then this ZBrush terracotta, I really like the ZBrush materials. This ZBrush viewport is a lot like Skin Shade 4. And then this ZBrush paint, yeah, I don't use this one too much. The ZBrush paint I use more, this one. So it's a lot like Skin Shade 4, but the shading is a little bit different on it. And then there's this ZBrush modeling that shows off the surfaces really well. So between ZBrush Terracotta and ZBrush Modeling, those two I use. And then the eyeball one, the eye reflect. When I'm using eyeballs and I want them to look reflective, I'll use that. That's about it. I don't really use any of these other ones unless I'm doing like a redshift render. I'll throw this like white plastic or rubber or whatever. These really bright white ones. Those are the ones I use. Let's use ZBrush Paint. I tried your new method of making thumbs today. Seemed to work better for me rather than doing separate objects. Oh, you're talking about dragging them out? I might do that on this guy. Yeah. Let's see. He's trying to call me. But on this guy, see how he's got like a large thumb? So rather than like pulling it out of here, I do want to do skin shade for it. I don't like this ZBrush Paint as much. Yeah, this is the one I use. Pretty much. So I think what I'm going to do is put a new sphere here and pull it out of that. Like this. Just squish this down. Scale it up and just kind of bury it in that way it'll give us that thumb meat right there. Just right away for free. One second, I gotta see who. Oh jeez. Okay, so yeah, now that we have that, we can just use this this move brush or the snake hook brush. Either one works pretty good, and then you can just kind of pull it out and see how it's got this thumb on here. You can look at your own thumb as reference if you want. You just kind of want to get that shape, kind of hook it like this. Whoops. And you just kind of bend it up usually, and then poof out the front. So then it starts to make that shape, and then you just kind of make the knuckle back here, like right there. And then on this side, you kind of cut it in. So I'm running out of detail. See, it's like super stretching now. And so at this point, I'll just Z-remesh it. And you can also just like isolate this and hit Control D, and it will subdivide just that piece. And then you can smooth it. It will subdivide it in like linearly instead of smoothly. Like it's subdivide LS. I can't remember what it's called, but and then if you just hit it with your smooth brush once, it'll fix it. It looks like Fonzie. If you guys know who Fonzie is. Hey. Okay, so yeah, we can just Z-remesh this again. See, it's losing the detail, so I think I'm gonna go up a little higher. Okay, that might work. Okay. And that way I can just kind of bend this in, bend this out, bend this in. And that way I'm just trying to get that thumb shape like that. And then it comes down to this knuckle. And then what I like to do is turn it. So it's kind of not the whole body, just the thumb. Like this. And then you can see it's kind of pointy from this direction. I don't want it pointy. I want it, he's got rounded, very round digits. So it's kind of rounded out. I kind of want to make it bigger at the end here. And then skinny up about right there. Just make it thicker. That should work. Okay, and then for his fingers, they're really short and plump. So jump the shark version. There you go. It's funny how that's become a meme now. Poor Fonzie. Made it a little too thick side to side, I think. Okay, and then it's a little big. And long, so let's shorten it up. Sounds like classic music. And we'll shape his palm a little bit more. And we can turn on Topological and just kind of move this stuff around. You don't want the palm to be this thick. It goes, your hand kind of goes from a wedge from all the way up here, all the way down to a wedge. You don't want your palm to be super thick. There we go. Detergent, hey Shane, it's been great to have you on a broadcast on this channel. Let's keep learning. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's do some fingers, some digits. Take this appendage brush and flip it around. Kind of spin it so it's squared up to the palm there. It doesn't matter too much. Whoops. But then you can take the move brush and just kind of flatten this area out. And then you can take the detail brush on the bottom and just kind of give it a little bit of a valley there. That's pretty much what you want. Let's go a little bit inflated for the finger at the bottom. Sorry for my English, I'm using a translator. Greetings from Bolivia. Hello, it's fine, it's fine. It's good. Thank you. Okay, let's make these very stumpy fingers. I think what I want to do is break this hand away from the rest of the body just so I can get more density here. So I'm going to do a split hidden. And then we can subdivide this and this. Just kind of give it a little smooth. Don't want to smooth it too much. I'll lose my shape. Okay, sometimes I'll do the other side of the hand butt. That's what Proco likes to call it. Sometimes I'll just put it in, like inflate this side like this. That's all it needs. And then this side of the hand is kind of, it just needs to be straight with the side of the arm. Just kind of go straight. And then this can go kind of out and over. We'll push it out a little bit more. I still am not a fan of how long it is. I kind of want to stumpy it up. Maybe inflate it a little bit on the sides. because he's got really stumpy fingers. Good old stumpy finger. Okay, let's get the rest of these fingers in here so we can kind of react to them and see how they look. And I'd like to keep a little bit of space down in the valley. See how they're not touching? Just a little space. That way, if I ever want to merge them together and then remesh them, then it has, the remesh kind of has a place to go. Then this one gets shrunk down a lot. My camera keeps walking like down here behind my video. Like Carrie's kind of saying hi. Hi. We can kind of push this down and bend this one in a little bit. Turn it. So at this point, what I like to do is just put all of them in their own kind of a... It looks like this arm came along for the ride. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, let's do a mirror and weld. Just turn local off. There we go. And then I want to combine this upper arm. So we'll split hidden back with its body. So let's merge this down. Merge down. Okay. There we go. And then we should save this. I'm calling him Big Belly. Big Belly. Love to see you make some hands from that Iron Giant ref sheet. Oh yeah. I kind of, the one that I reference in my course is kind of like that. You know what? With this hand, now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm going to split this thumb off. Split hidden, and then I'm going to hide it. And try and do that same technique that I did last time. Because I'm not liking that thumb, it's just giving me grief. Let's do it. If you guys, here's a quick little piece of advice. If something isn't working, it's okay to ditch it and do it again another way. You know? Watching you sculpt brings me so much joy. Oh, thank you so much. Would it be possible to get all your ZBrush live streams in a playlist? I saw an old one without updated streams and it would be... Yeah, you know, Kyle, bless his heart, he put that old playlist together. And Kyle is now, he's moved on from that position in Maxon. He's doing other stuff. He's still at Maxon, but he's not part of the stream team anymore. So I can request them to put it in a playlist. But thank you so much. I'll reduce this a little bit. It's getting a little out of hand. Giant Popeye forearms. Okay. And this is looking a little like his thumb should be here instead of back here. Okay. So let's see what we can do with this. So looking at my own hand here, let's put it like this. And we need to kind of drag this knuckle out. And then It's going to stretch and be weird for a minute. See, that's already feeling better. Not this part, this part. Okay, let's ZRemesh this. Keep groups. It's probably going to be way dense. That's fine. And then we'll just do that knuckle here and then just kind of sweep it. See that? It's just starting to work better. It's starting to feel more like a thumb. It's still kind of longish. But now all of a sudden the fingers aren't working, you know? But the thumb is feeling much better. And then it was skinny from the front though. See, it's skinny. Let's fatten that boy up. There we go. Let's bring this guy over this way and this one over this way. And we got to fix those fingers. Okay, so let's do a ZRemesh again. That should fix the, there we go. Okay, see how now the hand feels really strange, and the biggest reason why is the proportions are wrong. So the proportions, kind of the rule of thumb, get it, rule of thumb, is the distance from where the palm connects to the wrist, from here to where the fingers come out, right here. That should be the same distance from here to the tips of the fingers. So the fingertip should be here, or we should squeeze the hand down to not have as long of a palm. And since this guy has such stumpy fingers, that's what I want to do. So if you come in here and look at this hand, see if I draw a dot right there, dot right here, and a dot where the fingertip, see it's half. It's 1/2, 1/2, like that. So that's what we're trying to do here. And on mine, this is more like 2/3, and this is like 1/3. That's not good. That's why it's looking wonky. So the fingers are going to look even worse for a minute because I'm going to shrink this on up. Shrinking the thumb on up. And then I want to arc this hand like this. My watch is telling me it's time for me to stand up. Get off your butt. Come on. See how, I mean, ignoring the connection point, it's just the proportions are feeling better already. And that's why. Come on, select, there you go. Yeah, that feels better. And this pinky's kind of messed up, so let's get it spread out a little more. I think spreading these fingers out more is a kind of a fun idea. Let's make them really, really stumpy. So what cool things you guys working on this week? Anything fun? I've been thinking about doing long form videos instead of just streaming. So, which would mean like a time lapse of me sculpting a bigger project. It would take a little more time, and I wouldn't release them as often because it would take more time, but I think it would be more fun. And it would kind of force me to do bigger projects. When I choose characters for this live stream, I typically will choose characters that seem a little simpler to me, something I could do in 1, 2, 3 episodes, maximum like 4. Because I did some longer ones before, like I did a cowboy and a pirate girl a long time ago, and those were just slog. They just took too long. Everyone, what's your opinion on nomad skill for modeling? So kind of hero. I have opinions on that, but I can't talk about it because you're watching Maxon's official channel. So they own ZBrush. So I don't like to talk about other software on this channel. But if you go, you can subscribe to my other channel, 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I cover other software over there. Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. Thanks for understanding. I don't want to get in trouble. Speaking of Kyle, I remember an April Fool's joke I did with Kyle. I was telling him I was going to stream the whole stream in Blender. Josh, yeah, I want to talk about it, but I can't. I have opinions. But I'm trying to get used to using ZBrush on iPad a lot more. They keep adding great updates to it. What I'm waiting for, and I hope they add soon, is the ability to add a reference image like this. They said they're working on something that's different from using Spotlight like this. So I'm really curious to see what they have in mind. But for me right now, that's the biggest thing that's missing. So I have to have my reference on another monitor, and that kind of defeats the purpose of me being mobile. Because when I'm mobile, I don't have another monitor, you know? But it's a very minor thing. I think they're, whatever they're working on, I'm sure it's going to be great. But man, I sure want it right now. Okay. Okay, now that I have his hands, I feel like they're too small. Too small. Let's get bigger hands, Joe. Even bigger. Let's kind of crank the pose a little bit. Kind of pull them down like this. Palms out. I've used VizRef, but it means losing a quarter of the screen. I have not used that, Neil. Is that kind of like PureRef in a way? But it floats over your screen? Is that what? I've heard of it, I just haven't used it yet. I think I even have it downloaded. I just haven't used it. Okay, I kind of want to turn these arms in. Why is it? I need to do an auto groups on this one. And then a mirror and weld on this one. There, because the pants were in the same poly group as the forearms, and I'd get into trouble again. What's wrong with the spotlight? Nothing's wrong with spotlight. It's just, it wasn't meant to be used for reference like this. Joseph Druss kind of ran across it and found a way to use it with reference like that. But I don't know. I think somebody at Maxon has a better idea on what to do with reference instead of spotlight. Spotlight also, you have to turn off the spotlight projection every single time you use it. Otherwise, you're like all your brushes won't work. So if you forget to turn that off, which I do just about every single time, then you're kind of screwed, you know? So, yeah, they haven't told me what they have in mind, but they just said they have something in mind. I don't know what it is, but I just hope they do it sooner rather than later. I think I want to pull these arms in. I'm kind of pseudo posing him a little bit right now. So I want to bring him in like this, maybe. And then maybe up higher. Because he's kind of going, huh? You know? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bust the symmetry yet to make it asymmetrical. I'm just trying to get him in kind of a neutral version of this pose, because this arm is further forward and out and this arm is further back. So I don't know how much I want to match, but I think I do want to pull this one back a little bit like this, just so I can get those proportions down better. And then just kind of move this arm in. And then move the hands back. I've still not got the Z startup utility to work. Yeah, me neither, Neil. I haven't. The new feature is Paul personally comes around your house and holds a print. He's like, and he just like, he goes, gives you the little, it's not matching. Let's see, followed the other Neil's guides and even reinstalled ZBrush, still no luck. It's I have not gotten it to work either. Even with the updated Spotlight version, it still doesn't work. And I've told Paul Gabry this, and he seems to think that it should be working, so I think I need to keep fiddling with it. I kind of gave up a little bit, so I'm going to a Beeple art show in Charleston. Shepherd Ferry Art Show. Awesome. That sounds fun. Okay. So I'm imagining his collar kind of sitting in here. His head needs to come further down his belly, I think. And his belly is a little too far out, maybe. So let's adjust this a little bit to reveal his head coming down the front some more. Maybe just a bit like that. And I'm pretty excited to say that I'm going to be doing some contract work for Disney again. So I'm pretty excited for that. Because I worked for Disney for 10 years. and I miss it. And so I'm excited to do some stuff for them again. And the people there that I've met so far seem really awesome. I think I want to go skinnier than this. And then less of a crotch distance there. Okay, let's save this. Guess I don't need to do a save as, just a save. I'm not used to having a save button yet. Okay, this blockout, I feel like it's working pretty good. Let's double check, see if I turn it like this and I turn perspective on and I turn perspective down just a little bit, maybe a 50. See this hand's still sticking out quite a ways. I think maybe his forearm's still a bit long. So let's kind of pull his hand back and make his arm stumpier. Maybe like this. And then we can just kind of shrink his arm back down into his hand. That feels better. Yeah. Okay. Feels pretty good. And I still feel like his head should be further down and forward. I think I'll adjust that more once I get his features going. I add the various save load buttons to the top of the right corner. Neil, are you using 2022? Because they're in here by default on 2026. I assume you mean an older version, which is cool. Okay, I'm just going to kind of push his eyes in just a little bit. And then we'll get a nose in there. I really like the shape of this nose. Neil Whitehall, do you remember where this guy is from? Mahmoud. Is he Iran? Or is he, I can't remember where he's from. He's mostly on LinkedIn, of all places. That's where I found his stuff. He's got some great designs. I love how he interprets. He usually includes the inspirational reference. I haven't seen Mark around too much. Usually Mark kind of hops in here. He's from Iran. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to start just adding in the old Sculptress. Yeah, see, I really wish it would remember that I don't like to have adaptive on. I have to go in here and turn that off every single time. It'd be cool if ZBrush had a secondary viewport where you could lock perspective view. You know, yeah, you're right, Josh. I do that in Blender. And I agree. There is kind of this this it's you can split the screen, but it's not the same. It doesn't lock the view. It's this see this split screen right here. But what it does is it solos whatever you're not working on, you know, but it still moves with you. Let's see what this one, yeah, this just splits it different ways. So it depends on which half, basically. It's like a solo, it just isolates. It's not the same. I'm on 2026, but I tend to have the menu scroll down. So, oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, okay. Yeah, Josh, I have absolutely recommended that or suggested it. Suggested that they add it. But I think just with the nature of ZBrush, they just can't pull it off, you know? At least not in its current state. Okay, let's just kind of flood fill this. And this. All right, and we might as well give him some eyes and ears. Still got perspective on. Hold on one second. No. One of my students is asking me how I'm doing. I'm going to send him a link to this stream. He's been a student of mine for a long time. Come on. It's being slow. There we go. Okay. Let's keep this going. I'm gonna I kind of want to puff out his cheeks a little bit. Give him that kind of hound dog look. And then also this mouth is super funny. It's got this really funny little chin. Yes, if you're interested in this user interface and my brushes and yeah, basically all this stuff, my ruler file, my user interface, everything, I give it away for free over on my channel. It's called 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Neil just posted it. I'll post it in YouTube. Well, it'll go everywhere if I do this, I think. Thank you. There you go. All right, looks like it's going to 2 YouTube channels plus Twitch. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten this up, this mouth. Let's see how far it is down. And then just kind of pull it out forward a little bit. And then this chin, I think I want to do it with masking, like adjust it with masking. Before I do that, I'm just going to kind of push the cavity in. It's funny that he doesn't have any teeth or anything. He just made him going like, it's almost like he's singing like an opera singer. So something like this, and then we can inflate it. I think, yeah, inflate will actually add more geometry in Sculptress Pro. See, there's his little chin now. And then we can just pinch the lip. Getting a big variety of music. Sounds like Spanish ukulele. Kind of looks like a big bottom lip, but it's his chin. And then he's got another chin down here. And then we can inflate this bit right here. And right here. Sometimes I like to turn Sculpt Pro off of inflate. Looks like I caught. And okay, this is being weird. Sometimes Sculpt Pro will do this. See how it made new holes, but then it filled it with a different poly group. So how to fix that is just do an auto groups, and it'll regroup those extra little rogue triangles into it, which is totally fine. And then you can do a mirror and weld after that. Let's make sure local symmetry is turned off. There we go. And then let's hit save. There we go. All right, little break. Let's get some eyes and ears on this feller. I'm gonna snap this. I love putting eyes in there because as you're moving him around, he has so many different looks. And you can split, I like to split these off into their own subtool and then just turn dynamic subdivisions on so they're nice and smooth. And then if I go make it transparent, you can kind of see where they're sitting. And then what I like to do is I like to keep my eyes perfectly spherical and then adjust the eye opening around them. Yeah, he has no neck. See, so if I start to kind of just push this around with the move brush, it will naturally start to create that eyebrow line. I feel like I can make these eyeballs even bigger. And if I like the placement where they're at, what I like to do is snap my gizmo to the front surface. That way if I scale them up, they'll scale into the head instead of outwards. The larger the sphere, the less of a curvature it'll have. So the less bulgy the eyes will look. So now they're quite large inside of his head, which is intentional. Let's go again. And this gather brush, it acts like a pinch brush. It was built off of a brush called Ma Cut, and yeah, it was made by Malachus the Black back in his day. That's what he used to go by, but he has since passed away. But he was a phenomenal ZBrush artist. He would do some great stuff. But yeah, I need to change this and put his credit on there, even though it's not called the Ma Cut anymore. I've tuned it a little bit, changed things around. He just stumbled across this one feature that it has that makes it work the way it does. Okay, so he has like double lower eyelids, like double. He's packed his bags twice. And I think I'm going to put those in as actual geometry. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun, right? So I'm going to grab these, duplicate them. No, not the body. The eyeballs. Okay, that's better. Let's save it. This guitarist is going crazy. Okay, and then I'm just going to get a really big move brush and just kind of push him down. All of a sudden he looks like tired and angry. Isn't it weird that we've gotten to a point where software is outliving its users? Yeah, kind of, but he kind of had a terminal illness. I'm not exactly sure what he had. You know, I'm going to go ahead and fill these eyes with white. And then maybe fill this with like a light gray. Just to differentiate the colors here. The funny face. It's like, I don't know. Shape his nose just a little bit better. Get kind of shorter but wider. And then I want to bring it up higher. Whoops, just the nose, please. Thank you. Maybe tilt it up a little bit. Made it a little too pointy now. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's do a double, but I want to Z-remesh this because it's getting a little out of hand here. Okay, I'm going to give it the old same. There we go. Clean that right up and then duplicate it. Book. Now we have a neighboring eyelid. We can hit Control W to put this one in its own sub or poly group. And he's all of a sudden super tired. Why are you so tired? Just pulling up the edge of his eye. I'm gonna give him an upper eyelid too, just a shallow one. I'm gonna use the same technique, I think. Or I could draw the topology on the surface. See, I do really love the new retopology brush, this retopo brush right here. But one thing it can't do that the topology brush can is draw through transparency. So if I turn on transparency like this, the topology brush will draw all the way through this. But yeah, this one will not. It will stick to the surface as well. So it's kind of a give and take. Where is that? Yeah, this topology brush. This is the old one that I used to use all the time. So I'm just going to kind of make it stick right around this edge. And go in here. Something like that, and maybe cut it in half this way. There we go. Just tap on it. Give it a little tappy. There we go. And then we can just come in here and adjust it. Let's turn off the creases so it's a little softer. Okay, I'm going to split this off. Split. Unmask points. Now we're just dealing with the lid. Because I just want to make it really, really thin up top there. I could even color it like darker. So I can grab this color. Sometimes I'll hit C twice, because every time I do, it'll like fill in anything that isn't colored already. And then I can just fill this with that color. See that? It's like a little outline. Grab this color again. I do want to make this a little darker. Like that. And he has these lines, these face lines going down and around. That's kind of fun. So I want to play with those and see if I like them. You know, this guy reminds me of one of the characters from the old McDonald's, like not old McDonald, the song, but McDonald's, the old version when there was like Grimace and the Hamburglar and all those. Hey, Lord, tell him how's it going. Welcome, welcome. Okay, come on. Oop. It instantly ages him up, though. That's okay. Yeah, I like that. Just super subtle little thing. Do the gather. Just clean this up down here. Okay. Let's give him some ears. Kind of roll them back and just kind of stick them in there. They're kind of low and back a ways on this guy's head. And I kind of want to give myself some more geometry. So I'm going to turn on Sculptress and just kind of flood fill this. And then use detail to just scoop in. Save it again. Oh yeah, I will. 1 second. Yeah, since I'm using Sculptress, it's probably a great idea. That link, what are you talking about, Josh? For Malachus. Did you put a link for it? Thanks for that. Yeah, I did this pair of headphones. It was just amazing. I was fortunate enough to meet him at ZBrush Summit one year. Have a beer with him. Super cool guy. He was so nervous too. Felt bad, but he was awesome. You think it killed it? Oh, dang it. Looks like Fester. Kind of. Put a light bulb in his mouth. What kind of games are you all playing if you do play games? What's got your attention recently? Just curious. Or how many of you do or don't play games? It's to ZBrush Central. Oh, nice. Okay. Thanks for that. Yeah, this won't start looking like this guy until I get the collar going on and his little bits of hair and some color going on, I think. But I need to expose his chin more. It's a little tough tucked in there. Resident Evil. I have not played Resident Evil since like Resident Evil 2 or something. Oh man, it's gonna make me sad. I gotta showcase it though. This is Malachus's work. Look at this. How awesome is that? Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, his name is Michael. Yeah, but he did these headphones that were, yeah, see, Ma cut. This brush is awesome. These headphones, look at these. Holy cow, they're so good. Yep, yep. All right. Before I get too sad. Voiced by Danny DeVito. Totally. Danny DeVito's such a unique actor. Okay. He actually drew Danny DeVito, this guy, this Mahmoud. I gotta show you, it's really good. Right, yeah, Neil, that's what I was just saying. Oh my gosh. Sorry, this just caught me in my tracks. I gotta show you. Look at this by Nicholas Fernandez. Look at that. It's, oh my gosh. Talk about a sculpt. Man. Okay. I am easily sidetracked. It looks like it's from one of those floats in, I think it's in Spain, where they make these floats and they light them all on fire. The only game I play is with the neighbor's dog throwing a ball on the roof and having him guess where it comes down. Nice. Sorry, it's not too far down, is it? I've sculpted a couple of this guy's designs. Okay, here it is. All right, look at this, Danny DeVito. Look at that. Speaking of dogs, it's so good. Look at this little wiener dog in a coat. Oh my gosh. Perfect. I love his head shape. Look out, in his little crinkled ear. So good. So very good. Okay. Yeah, super clean headset. I think that was his first kind of digging into the Z modeler when it first came out. Okay, there we go. I like that a little better. Let's get his eyes and then do a little bit of a, just a little pupil. That'll bring him so much life. I need to learn how to play enough guitar that I can figure stuff out like this. He's like, what? Let's get some brows on there. Once again, I'm just going to quickly use the Topology brush. Just because it's faster for me. Let's uncrease. Kind of want to inflate them, but not with Sculptress Pro. There's a good interview with what's his name? The guy from he was lead on Overwatch when I did that Zenyatta skin for Overwatch a long time ago. Is his name Jake? What's his name? Anyway, he talks about the development of like World of Warcraft and Overwatch and Overwatch 2 and his new game that he's working on. It's a Western called The Legend of California. Looks really good. Kind of a survival shooter. But he's also borrowing some of the ideas from Rust, which is like, it's not crazy PvP like Rust, but Like the world resets every once in a while. So you don't want to get kind of too married to your builds. Gosh dang it, what's that guy's name? Swear, don't Jeff Kaplan, thank you. I knew it was a J. Thank you. Yeah, that was a great interview. It's like a 5-hour interview. You can just watch the highlights somewhere, but it's really good. He also said why he left, and that's super sad. It's like, dang it, Blizzard. Why'd you have to do that? But I didn't realize he was such a big EverQuest fan. I used to play a lot of EverQuest back in the day. Okay, I want to give him a sharp lip. It's kind of, let me maybe not have Sculptress Pro on. Just trying to like pinch it out here, not back inside. I don't know why it was wanting to pinch it back in there. Maybe go a little bit smaller on the triangles and a little lighter on the smoothing. Okay, I better save it before it crashes. Uncle Tony. Who's Uncle Tony? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Where did my tool menu go? There we go. I am making this feller. Looks like this. Okay, you know, we can probably Z-remesh this head and subdivide it and get it all clean looking. His hands are all black. There we go. Let's fill those up. His eyes are big. I need to make them smaller. But let's do a Z-remesh on it first. So that looks funny without a nose. Let's do a split hidden. And then I also want to split off these eyebrows. No? No. Use my reminds me of Dr. Evil. An evil petting zoo? Yep, he looks a little like Dr. Evil. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this head. Let's solo it. Look at that. It looks hilarious. All right, we're going to do a Z-remesh, and we're going to do target 6. Sure. Keep groups, no. It looks like he's got a fat roll underneath his ear, which is hilarious. I did save, Mr. Pobbs. Thank you very much. I appreciate the reminder. Okay, so now we have this. I think I'm just gonna turn on dynamic subdivisions for now because it has enough detail. I don't think if I project it, it'll look any different because it's just low resolution, but we'll try it. Project all. No. Yeah, it's not going to change anything. Okay, so we're going to keep that. And now all of a sudden it has good topology. See, when I say good topology, it's not topology that you would use for a game or animation. It's good sculpting topology. See, it goes from that to that. It's good. So I'm going to delete the old. Bye-bye. We are done with that. And then we can save it again. Okay. I like how his beard is just kind of like drawn on there, and then it kind of goes into it just kind of, his hair fades into his beard and then it's drawn on. I like that. I don't know, but I wonder if I can pull that off and make it look like that, because I like it. It's cool. Okay, so now that I have this, I kind of want to get rid of this garbage too. So what is this? Oh, it's that thumb that I didn't like. Just kind of showed up. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna remesh this just to get rid of this like accident right here. Let's go, yeah, sure. It looks like the nose and the ears are part of this. I don't want to Z-remesh those with it. So let's split that off. Okay. I only want to remesh the body. The body. There we go. Now it's all saved. All right, and now we can pull this. Let's give him maybe some skin color on his face, just because. All right, I may have to leave soon. Okay. Let's see here. Let's add to his skin tone. Maybe in here. I don't want to go too brown. A little more saturated. That's a little too yellow. I want him kind of reddish. Maybe like that. Maybe a little more red. Okay. That might work. Let's throw it on his hands. And then we can put it on his ears and nose and eyelids. But I want his eyelids to be slightly darker. So we'll just go darker. Something like that. And then we can even go more red. More red, more red. And then we can paint his ears. I should probably remesh his nose and ears. That might be too high. Yeah, it's way high. Let's go half. Half. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let me shut this down. Hooray. Very good, very good. Okay, awesome. Just got word from Ye old Disney. Yay. Okay. So I kind of like his nose just red like that and his ears just red like that. I'll just leave him. Why not? Okay. And then for his interior of his mouth, we can just take this darker like that, and we'll just, I don't want Sculptress on anymore. Oh, I didn't fill this with color, dang it. Okay. Sometimes you have to kind of roll the camera around. When you paint, it doesn't update. Gonna have to be careful and see that right there? You have to roll it before it updates. Because ZBrush is 2.5D. Sometimes it doesn't. So this is like a 2D image with Z depth right now. So sometimes it just doesn't update until you roll it. Two and a half D. Okay, he looks like a bear or something with that brown nose. Okay, let's get him actually reddened up again. Red. That's a little too dark now, huh? Oh, I gotta be on the object itself. Still a little too saturated, maybe. That's better. All right, let's fill that. Okay, and the rest of him's kind of brown, you know, like if you look at the reference, I don't know if I'm gonna keep him brown, but yeah, darker than that. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I think I put it away, like the original, the drawing. It's this one right here. So he's got a striped shirt, like orange and beige striped shirt with brown pants and like orange shoes. So that's kind of probably what I'm going to go for. I don't know if I'm going to stripe up his shirt. It'll be fun to do that, but anyway, his head is going way down the back. I might put the collar around him really quick just so we can get him closer. And then pull his body down in front to reveal more of his chin down here. Push this back a little bit. Let's smooth this out. Okay, we'll pull his head in. My watch really wants me to stand up. Stand up! He does look like Uncle Fester. Oh, goodness. He looks like he's in brown pajamas. Okay, from the front, his eyes are too big, so that's going to take some doing. I said I was going to make a collar, but I'm not right now. I'm messing with his eyes. Just trying to shrink him. Just shape them a little bit better. Okay, I totally ditched his upper eyelids now. Let's bring them forward. This is such chillaxing guitar music. I like it. Okay, these go clear up. I just kind of want him to blend into his face there. There we go. Funny. Did you find stylized characters harder to sculpt than realistic ones? I never really got into realistic sculpting. I did one sculpt of Hugh Hefner once, a long time ago, that was realistic. I wasn't too big of a fan. I really dig stylized characters because they have so much personality that, yeah, and I also prefer games and stuff that have stylized characters. But yeah, they can be difficult because your mistakes are apparent. You can see them, you know, you can't cover them up with detail. That's why I work so slowly and smoothly, is because like this little bump in his chin is completely apparent, you know. How many years of experience? I've been using ZBrush for, gosh, I want to say at least 15 years. 15? Yeah. Maybe longer. At least 15. Like full time. But some of my students have gotten really good with ZBrush in just a few years. So don't let that time intimidate you. Just need to practice. Yeah, see this, even the subtlest, slightest little surface changes, you can see them. Like Hulk says, you're exposed like a nerve. All your mistakes. Oh, I was going to show you guys the girl from the last session. There you go. So this is from the same concept artist. I haven't posed her yet, but I did take her a little bit further. Yeah, really fun. I like how her face turned out. I still need to work on her hair, and there's a lot I still need to do, but I think it's coming together. How are you going to do his hair? I like to do it like... I put some material in there, just an object in there, and then I use this carve brush to carve it up. Yeah. I'm less than 1 year in ZBrush, and you get the hang of it fast. It's the fundamentals that really matter when it comes to sculpting and 3D principles. Yeah, it's the learning how to see is the most important. Technology comes and goes, like learning the technology. But the art knowledge stays with you forever. Sure thing, Mr. Pobbs. Yeah, I think I like how she turned out. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do this collar. I'll continue with this guy next week. Yeah, so come come hang out again next week. I go live every week on Thursday at the same time from noon to 2 Pacific time. That's when I go live. So, and as always, I give away this user interface, these brushes. A lot of these brushes are my custom brushes down here that I use every single day when I do my sculpting. And I give them away for free over on my website. It's just right here, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Here, I'll grab that link and post it. I also give away my ruler, which is right here, this ruler. It's in millimeters. I use this ruler to print out these characters back here. This is a real world scale ruler. And it comes with this custom menu right here. So yeah, go grab it. It's updated recently with this new updated interface. I've changed this a little bit. And I also have it for ZBrush 2022 if you haven't updated to 2026 yet. So they're both there. So if you want to grab them. And there, I have a video teaching you how to install everything and get it going. So anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. Thanks, guys. And I'll catch you all next week. Thanks, Neil. We'll see you guys later. Have a good week and happy sculpting. Take care. We'll see you all.